2010's most anticipated title, Call of Duty Black Ops promises to take shooter fans on a wild ride behind the covert operations of the Cold War. Developed by Treyarch, a studio traditionally seen as the B team to Infinity Ward's A game, can Black Ops deliver a gameplay experience worthy of the Call of Duty banner? Join us on this wild ride through the shadowy operations of the SOG to find out. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Reaping billions of dollars in sales, the Call of Duty formula is most definitely not broken. Treyarch has done little to fix it. If you're expecting a vastly different shooter experience to prior Call of Duty titles, this Tour of Duty is not for you. However, if you've loved earlier games in the franchise, your trigger finger will feel right at home handling Black Ops' wide range of boomsticks. Rather than spend time reinventing the wheel, Treyarch has devoted its considerable resources to delivering a monumental amount of content.
It must be closer to the ship.
Playing through the single-player campaign on hardened difficulty, which is the second hardest, saw us watching the credits roll in just over 11 hours. By COD standards, this is the equivalent of War and Peace. Play on regular difficulty, aka girly mode, and you'll breeze through in just 6 hours, though rushing through this clever campaign would be a mistake. Please note that our footage was captured on novice mode. Charging into many of these situations on hardened would result in instant Swiss cheesification.
You get shut up!
The twisting and turning script is beautifully voiced and animated, and unlike the mess that was Modern Warfare 2's plot, you don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to figure it out.
Missions are S&D, sabotage, black propaganda, strategic recon, POW rescue. You know, these are shit.
The pacing over the 15 missions is perfect, thanks to the massive variety between them all.
See what's out there.
Each and every level feels and looks vastly different to the next, and they're all stuffed to bursting with the epic set pieces and novelty levels that are the hallmark of this series.
Surrender now!
When you're not flying recon in an SR-71, you'll be manning the guns in a chopper, or taking down VC in a patrol boat. The action within is pure Michael Bay magic, forgoing realism for fun.
Where we heading, Mason?
AK-47s boasting flamethrowers.
Lima Niner, I got eyes on X-ray.
Shotguns packed with explosive shells are the norm.
Crossbow, explosive bolts, now!
So sticklers for realism will need to suspend their disbelief for the duration. Weapons feel fantastic, with the game's smooth 60 frames per second delivering extra crisp response.
Adjust your fire!
While the artificial intelligence still amounts to little more than whack-a-moles, armed with heavy machine guns, the game wrenches you through so many different environments and Hollywood moments that it's hard to notice. Still, after toying with Halo Reach's magnificent AI, this area is the one glaring failing of the single-player game, standing in stark contrast to the perfection of every other element.
Nah, baby.
You'll be distracted from their rudimentary behaviour by the cinematic delight that is Black Ops.
It is time.
The Call of Duty graphics engine has been pushed to the limit, delivering massive battlefields teeming with hostile life. We played the 360 version, which was a sight to behold, regardless of whether it was the decrepit, bullet-riddled city of Saigon, or the stark icy beauty of the Russian rocket launch pad. The visual splendour is matched by the mood-setting soundtrack, which manages to impress without being imposing. The lengthy campaign wraps up wonderfully, with a deliciously head-spinning finale, but we won't touch on that for fear of spoiling it.
150, we're hit! We're hit! Look out! Lima Niner, we are going down!
While the single player alone is more than enough to make this a must-have for first-person professionals, it's a tiny portion of Black Ops when compared to the monstrous multiplayer mode. Once again, Treyarch has taken an evolutionary stance rather than a revolutionary one. At its heart, Black Ops offers an identical online experience to the Modern Warfare and World at War games. Whether you're tromping through Team Deathmatch or competing for capture points in Domination, Black Ops retains the same twitchy, reflex-based gunplay that has made this game the modern equivalent of Quake.
Bravo secure!
Yet multiplayer has experienced many more improvements than the single-player game, starting with the blessed reintroduction of dedicated servers. Stable gameplay is guaranteed for PC users, while console owners can breathe a sigh of relief that region filtering is also included.
Good job, team. We executed the mission perfectly.
The greatest new addition to the multiplayer game is the inclusion of a theatre mode, giving Special Ops-inspired Spielbergs the ability to capture and create their own Black Ops films. The interface could not be easier, borrowing heavily from Halo. It even includes basic editing tools, allowing you to put together your funniest home headshot highlight reels. How you share these videos is yet to be determined. At the time of the review, the developers hadn't yet locked down the online sharing functionality. Anybody who gambles on sports knows how much excitement a small punt can add to watching a bunch of dudes kicking a ball around. In a stroke of genius, Treyarch has applied the same principle to the multiplayer game, in the form of wager matches. Every action online, regardless of play mode, is rewarded with credits, and these can be used to make bets upon yourself in the wager matches. These are the very same credits that are used to unlock kill streaks, perks and more, so you really do treasure them. Knowing that you've got 10,000 credits up for grabs, which is the equivalent of 5 new kill streaks, adds an entirely new dimension of stress to the outcome of a match. This concept is extended to smaller bets called contracts, which you can make on yourself outside of the wager mode. Think you can kill 3 guys in a row in the next match? Well, put your money where your mouth is, and you'll pick up some extra coinage if you accomplish your contract. Stat tracking and unlocks are deeper than ever before, with a myriad of screens and gadgets awaiting your perusal. A massive 15 maps and hundreds of weapons and gadgets will keep even the most obsessive player busy for many nights to come. Sadly, and yes, there's always a sadly at the end of a review, co-op players will find the co-op content to be pared back to a minimum. With just 2 zombie levels and a very simplistic Contra-inspired bonus mode, Black Ops takes a massive goose step back when it comes to co-op gameplay. There's also basic bot matches so you and your pals can practice the online game against bots, but it's a mere distraction. The removal of the co-op campaign and Spec Ops missions would be hard to forgive, if it weren't for the extra long campaign and mammoth multiplayer modes.
RCXD ready for deployment.
In Black Ops, Treyarch has proven that it's a studio up to the task of delivering a Call of Duty title, even now that it's the biggest franchise on the planet. In future it would be nice to see them experiment with the recipe a little more, but for fans who are happy with more of the same, Black Ops is a must-have experience. With a wealth of things to do in both single player and online, this is without doubt the most action-packed and addictive first-person shooter of the year.
Go, go, go!
4.5 stars out of 5.